Hello lovely viewers, it is spring and it's time to prepare something very healthy, low calorie and full of minerals. This is going to be spinach and beetroot leaves salad. Now the dish is called Pkhali in Georgian cuisine, and Pkhali is very delicious, a salad and appetizer kind of dish. We eat cold in Georgia in order to boost our appetite, as it is very tasty. Now for the other ingredients we are going to be needing coriander around 30 grams, around 100 grams of walnuts, parsley and dill together 30 grams, and from spices we will need marigold, we will need red hot chili pepper, we need white wine vinegar, 1 small onion, and 3 cloves of garlic, and of course some salt. So we start by boiling our beetroot and spinach leaves. Together they are half a kilo. If you think this is a lot, unfortunately, I have to tell you that they are going to be shrinking a lot during the process of boiling. So I simply put them into the boiling water. I wait until the water is going to boil with the bubbles, and then I simply close the lid, put the water on the low heat, and wait for 4-5 minutes. After 4-5 minutes, I simply check the steams, and if they become mushy, so you can smash it with your hands, this means that they are ready. I take them out with the scooper and put that on a strainer. And then immediately I rinse it with the cold water. This is necessary in order to stop the process of boiling. Let it sit here, and meantime we will be preparing other ingredients. So I chop all my greens together. I chop them very roughly because I'm going to put them into a food processor. The idea is to turn all our ingredients into a pesto-y kind of substance. So I put all my greens in a food processor. I put there all my walnuts. I smash garlic with this equipment. A simple garlic press can also perfectly do. And the garlic also goes into a food processor. And it's time for spices. I start with 1 teaspoon of marigold, 1 pinch of red hot chili pepper, and a half of teaspoon of salt. And let the food processor do its job. And this is what we get. We get this kind of substance. And at this point I would like to add my vinegar. So I add there 6 teaspoons of white wine vinegar, which is equal to 3 tablespoons of vinegar. And I want to add there my spinach and beetroot. But before adding, I try to drain the water out of it by hands. As simple as that, one by one, piece by piece. Once we have all the water removed, I chop them very roughly. They are going to go to the food processor anyway, but I just want to make sure that it's easy for a food processor to turn it into puree.
And just like that, all the spinach and beetroot is going to the food processor. And again, let the food processor do its job. I get this kind of substance. You see, it's like a pesto-y or puree kind of substance. It's not liquid, it's quite dry. And our seasoning with greens and nuts is on the bottom. And it's time to add the onion. So I chop the onion very, very finely. I deliberately didn't add it into a food processor because it would give out too much liquids. And besides, I like it when it's a little chunky and crunchy when you bite it. But it has to be very, very finely chopped. And I add there my onions too. And mix it very, very, very well.
So this is the way it looks, and let me taste it. It's very good, but I would add some vinegar because my vinegar was not strong enough.
So I'm adding 2 teaspoons of vinegar, but you can really keep it according to your taste. And it should be quite vinegary. And I'm also adding some salt, just because I use minimum amount of salt in my recipes. And we plate this dish on salad leaves usually and give it a nice round shape. And we usually decorate it with pomegranate seeds that complement this salad perfectly. This is the way it looks.
Now that our salad is ready, it's time to taste it. We eat it always cold, never warm this salad. I will be eating it with jadi. Jadi is a bread, sort of bread made out of mice. Wow. Now, let me try to describe this dish. This is quite savory. You can sense garlic there. There are onions, you can sense, and all those spices we have there, you can sense them all. And this bread is quite bland, and one balances each other perfectly. So, I was very happy to cook for you today this delicious and dietetic dish, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.